US IT Corporation. We have with us today a very eminent panel of panelists from India as well as USA. We are privileged to have Dr. Manoj Kumar Mahapatra, our Minister of Commerce in the Embassy of India, Washington. Welcome, sir. And then we have our Chairman, Mr. Sandeep Narula. Then Mr. Nalin Kohli, past Chairman ESC and Chairman IndiaSoft in the Electronics and Computer Software Export Promotion Council. We have our as well, Ms. Juhi Nathani, Fairfax County Economic Development Authority, USA. Thank you so much, everyone, for making this event happen during these challenging times. And I'm sure these such initiatives will further foster our trade and cooperation in IT, US being our prime market. We try to fix up a very focused B2B meetings, but somehow I think there was people were not able to respond back. So what we have done is, whereas we listen to our Minister of Commerce and other eminent panelists today, please feel free. There is a chat box facility, so please continue interacting with each other. And we will start this time with the US side to introduce themselves, their name, their company, and exact areas of cooperation they are looking from the Indian side. And then it will be followed by the Indian side. They will be also quickly giving their quick introduction and core competency areas. As we have received, we see that there is more interest in the new technologies, AI, blockchain, and all that stuff. So we encourage everyone, and we are sharing the database of all the companies, all the participants with each other, so that even after this meeting, the interaction and networking continues after that. And with these words, thank you so much all for making this happen today. Another request is that please stay on mute yourself, and as and when your turns come, you kindly unmute yourself and then go back on the mute position. Thank you so much. With these words, may I request our chairman, Mr. Sandeep Narula, for his opening remarks. One second. Jagan, Vikas, please request everyone to kindly mute themselves. We can just see that the name is coming whose mic is unmuted. So please make sure that we mute the participant. Thank you so much. Sir, you can start now, Sandeep ji.
Good morning, US, and very good evening, India. Let me acknowledge the presence of Dr. Manoj Kumar Mahapatra, Minister of Commerce, Embassy of India, Mr. Nalin Kohli, ESC, Ms. Juhi Nathani, Fairfax County, Gurmeet Singh, EDSC. Very distinct delegates from at the outset. Today, plan on how to connect and strength of India and US in the ICER. Indicated what innovation and we can do this already be together in a right manner. Difficult times also, we have realized that Lorican have invested billions of dollars recently in our country. Similarly, have been contributing hugely to US economy by performing various IT and while we have seen that large companies in both the countries are joining, what is lagging is the partnership between small and medium enterprises. We need to focus and work a lot. And where ESG can play a major role in bringing the two together. seen that world has become over dependent on a single country for majority of the hardware manufacturing, and majority of the countries are now looking for other supply chain options, especially after the pandemic. This brings us a very good opportunity to work together and bring manufacturing from US to India. I mean, moving the manufacturing from China to India for the US companies. Uh, Incidentally, we have larger IP protection in India in comparison to China, combined with the huge talent and abundant workforce that we have. Especially sectors like AI, machine learning are increasingly becoming prevalent both in India and US, which gives us a huge opportunity to capture together. We are seeing a huge market coming up for about $800 billion in this sector in next 4-5 years. And combined with India's upcoming electronic demand, which is likely to exceed about $400 billion, there is a very big opportunity for people to work with Indian companies. Indian GDP has also gone to number 3, as we all know, and our skill set in the IT development, which is well acknowledged. But I just want to apprise you that India is fastly becoming a dominant player in electronic hardware too, and gradually becoming new world factory. Additionally, the companies from US can utilize the talent in development of electronic hardware and also get a significant consumption in India. I often observe that people from outside of India have many apprehensions in setting up the new businesses or expanding the existing ones in India. Let me assure you that things have changed, especially after 2014. And now India is ranking quite high in ease of doing business in the world ranking. All the government interface with the industry has become online, and whatever was left has also become online after this pandemic. I'm sure that today's initiative on both sides will further ICT trade between the two countries. With these words, I thank you all once again and invite the US companies to explore their business interests in India by entering into long-term collaboration with Indian companies. And I, on behalf of ESC, assure all the companies from US who are willing to come to India of the full support to enable the soft landing wherever it is possible for us. With these words, I once again express my sincere thanks to all of you.
Thank you, Sandeep ji. That was really very crisp and quick to introduce opportunities both in the IT and the electronic sector. Thank you so much for being very quick. Now, I have another very senior and eminent panelist with us, Mr. Nalin Kohli. Mr. Kohli is also the past chairman of ESC and currently is holding chairman of the IndiaSoft. And Mr. Kohli also holds various senior positions in various important departments and ministries of the government of India, as well as in the leading chamber of commerce. He is heading the CII committee on startups also, and various other important positions. So, sir, may I request you to please share your welcome address with the attendees. Thank you so much. Over to you, sir. Kindly unmute yourself.
Thank you, Gurmeet, for that generous introduction. I don't know whether I deserve that, but yes, I'm so happy to be back on a virtual platform talking to friends in the US. Good morning, Dr. Mahapatra. Hi, Juhi, Mr. Narula, Mr. Gurmeet Singh, friends from the US and from India who are participating. Our relationship with the Fairfax County goes back to the time when I was the chairman. And many of you may not know, but I would like to share with you that we had a program where we were bringing ESC members for a local presence in the US. And a group of 5 companies who were ESC members came to George Mason's soft landing site in Fairfax County many years ago. And we developed a strong relationship with the Virginia Economic Development Program, which has been going on very successfully and now led by Juhi. She's a great organizer, and she has come to India Soft so many times. And so thank you, Juhi, for your leadership in taking it further. COVID has disrupted the whole world, and US, India, both are affected. But I'm happy to share with you that as far as IT services is concerned, our Minister Commerce and Industry in Government of India was telling us that we have already reached the 90% level on export of IT services. 90% of what it used to be before COVID. So this is one of the least affected sectors in our export trade. And the other thing which he monitors this data very closely, so he's quite clued up on that. So other thing which he shared was that not a single case where a US customer or any foreign customer was let down by an Indian IT services company. I think it's a great compliment to both the industry as well as our government, who made sure that during COVID times, they took all appropriate steps. Of course, our industry lends itself to working from home and working on digital platforms. So that was an advantage. But that's one good positive to build on. There are few other industries which are rather doing well, like Indian pharma industry and healthcare industry, even during COVID times. So during this big challenge that we have, we see opportunities between India and US on our IT services and software development. We are, as I said, relatively less hit. And so therefore, this is a good opportunity for Indian and US companies to work together and take it to the next higher level. Our both governments and both countries have excellent relationship, and at this point in time we are very closely working with each other, thanks to people like Dr. Mahapatra and his colleagues and his counterparts in the US administration. So I don't want to take too much of your time. I would only like to request you that start relationships today. This time, most probably, we will have India Soft as a digital event. And I would like to invite all of you to digitally visit India Soft. It is on the 24th and 25th of March, 2021, and where you would get to meet about 250 Indian companies who would be participating. And we are looking at not only a trade between US and India, also working together for third country exports. And we see a lot of synergy. And I think every such challenge, I remember when we had the Y2K issue, actually the relationship with US IT industry started with the Y2K issue. And now with this COVID, I think there are many opportunities where the whole world is going digital in a much faster manner. And it offers opportunities for both of us. Let's work together. And as I said, I renew my invitation for India Soft. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kohli. This is really good to know that in spite of the challenges being faced and most of the sectors being badly affected during these COVID times, Indian IT is doing extremely well. And we look forward to similar success stories. With these words, may I request our Dr. Manoj Kumar Mohapatra, our Minister of Commerce, the Embassy of India, Washington, to kindly address the presence today. Sir, over to you.
Good morning, from Washington DC, and my colleagues who are there in India. For them, it is good evening. So before I start my introduction, I would be saying, at the outset, I would like to thank Mr. Sandeep Narulaji, Chairman, ESC, and Mr. Nalin Kohli ji. I fondly remember our meeting here in Washington DC, and from time to time we discuss about you. And Juhi, Miss Juhi Nathani, she is a close friend of mine, And in fact, last week we had a lunch together and we were discussing about the cooperation. And Gurmeet ji, I know this one that you had gone to complain Sanjay sir, and you see the result. I think you didn't approach me rightly. You see the result, and when I got to know from Sanjay sir that you are trying to reach and seek the whatever is possible on the part of the Indian embassy, we come forward and help our business people. Having said this, that I would like to congratulate the participants from India as well as the participants from USA. So I know this one that the Sandeep ji and the Gurmeet ji and Nalini ji, you guys, because this is your domain, I don't have much to talk about the IT or IT enabled service sector. But what I would be adding here is, first of all, it is a virtual platform. You just see this one that how it is possible. It is because of IT or IT enabled service. Otherwise, just can you imagine that the last time when Nalinji was coming, we were putting all our arts together to make the visit successful. But today, because of this platform, and now we are meeting, people are there in India, people are here in USA, and we are meeting. So thanks to the IT, thanks to the other IT companies and the IT companies of USA. So I would be saying it is a pleasure to join all of you on virtually, and I would like to thank the basically the Electronics and Computer Software Export Promotion Council and my friend like Juhi for giving me an opportunity to just interact with our entrepreneurs whose success stories reflect the potential of close India-US economic partnership. So that is one. So the second, if you look at the figures, and in fact, when Nalini ji was visiting, in fact, we are talking about this one, the contribution of India's small and medium enterprises to the India's GDP is close to 33%. But if you look at the US's contribution, the small and medium sector, it is more than 50%. Even if also it is number one in the economy, and almost all multinational companies, particularly the Fortune 500, they are located here. Still, the contribution of the small and medium enterprise, that is more than 50%. So that is a factor we should look into very carefully, and there is a very large room for cooperation that I would like to add here. Number two, I don't have the exact figure, but I can just tell you, as of now, we understand there are 2,000 American companies, they have their presence in India. And when we talk about the Indian companies, we see this one that there are 150 or 200 Indian companies, they have their presence. While the USA company's investment is in the tune of 43, 45 billion US dollar, but ours is not a small chunk. I would be saying that it is half of that, 20 to 23 billion also our companies have invested. But what I would like to add here that is important is that if you look at the IRS figure of USA, more than several thousands Indian companies have contributed to the tax sector. Means if 200 or 150 are the large company, rest are what? These are small companies. And most of them are in IT enabled service. I should not be quoted, but the last figure, what I was looking at the IRS is more than 8,000, 9,000 Indian companies are there. So then that is another sector we should target. Who are there? As because these are of the Indian origin, although of course the Indian community may be playing a major role, but we should see this from that whether there is a room for collaboration and cooperation or not. So having said this one, that yes, in USA, particularly contribution of Indian IT companies, yes, as Nalini ji was mentioning that they are the large companies, and Sandeep ji was also mentioning the large companies are there. But still, I would be saying, sitting here in USA, there is a room for cooperation in the small sector. We are approaching the Department of Commerce, and in fact, I was sharing my views with Juhi ji over the launch that we have approached the MBDA, the medium business the development agencies, So we have approached them, and also we would also be seeing this one, that some sort of collaboration and cooperation, where particular for the small and the medium enterprises, how best we can move forward. So having said this one, what I would be saying, look at the Indian the IT industries. Forget the big industries, but I would be talking about the small. Many factors have contributed to the growth of India's IT or digital ecosystem. The rise of Indian IT or ITS companies, large pool of technical experts, along with increased expendable income of Indian middle class, and availability of the capital, create an enabling environment. So when we are talking about the large companies like but there are several companies like the Nalinji was mentioning, that their contribution is immense. From being a hub of IT services and business process outsourcing, India has slowly transformed into a R&D hub for many multinationals. So the other day, we are organizing some discussions with the US ISPA, particularly Mr. John Chambers. And when we were discussing about that, any innovation you would be looking at in USA, behind that there is a Indian, either Indian community or Indian American, or it is a Indian. So every in the ecosystem or the startup ecosystem, innovation ecosystem, there is a presence of Indian, and I would be saying here IT also plays a major role. Other than that, also I would be saying, look at the IBM once was mentioning to one of our minister that why did they go there? So they were mentioning that first they went to India because of the IT talent pool. Second, they stayed there because there is a large market. Third, why they are continuing to stay there, quote unquote, what they did mention, because of the innovation, particularly in the small sector. So that's why I would be saying here that lot of opportunities are there, and I don't want to go to the other part of this story, but I will take 1 minute to finish that one. If you look at when the present government came to power, I think I must have said this one earlier, that the relationship was like they were looking for the balancing the trade imbalance, but due to the pandemic situation, the way we have catered to their requirement, whether it is hydroxychloroquine or the medicine or the addressing their supply chain issues. In fact, personally, I would be saying we are engaging Invest India and the state governments to address more than 450 or 470 the supply chain disruptions issues only from the USA. And that has given the opportunity for them to look at India. And I would be saying, please grab this opportunity and see this one, that how best we could be moving forward. With these words, I would like to thank all our panelists. I would like to congratulate also our participants from India, business entrepreneurs, as well as the participants from the USA. And we would like to wish them a success, and the organizers a success, and looking forward to the positive outcome of this meeting. And once again, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to speak, and have a the successful event. Thanks, Gurmeet ji.
Thank you so much, sir. And we will keep you bothering and connecting us with more Juhis and more counties to repeat such programs in the times to come. Thank you so much for your kind words. With these words, may I introduce everyone here to Ms. Juhini Thani, the main pillar of today's interaction with the US companies, between US and Indian companies. And Juhi is heading the Fairfax County Economic Development Authority here in the USA. And she is not only supporting and very well connected with most of the parts in Indian SMEs also, and promoting them within the US market, and also telling us about various support which is available to the Indian companies to expand their presence in the US market. Over to you, Juhi. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gurmeet, and thanks for the kind introduction. And I think that you've already defined what I do to the crowd, so I'm going to keep it super short. It's so nice to see so many familiar faces from ESC. Nalinji, I still regret missing the wedding in your family, But thank you so much for the invite and congratulations again. And thank you for also reminding us of our long association between ESC and FCDA. Manoj ji, thank you for not making jokes about me today, because that is something that you're very good at, but we really appreciate your support from the embassy, and you've been very kind to participate in any event that we've asked you for. Thank you very much. And Gurmeet, of course, thank you so much for not only your support through ESC, but also your friendship. I very much appreciate it, and I'm happy to continue the association between our two organizations. So for everyone here, very good evening in India, good morning to you from the United States. And I'd like to introduce myself and my organization. I work for a local government agency in Northern Virginia, Fairfax County Economic Development Authority. We are in the suburban area of Washington, D.C., so part of the metropolitan statistical area of the capital of the United States, Washington, D.C., a little bit west of it. As a government agency, our mandate is to attract and retain business investment into Fairfax County, and we work very actively with a number of companies around the world to support them with our free services to help them expand in the United States, specifically in Fairfax County. I'm joined here today by my colleague, Dave Malik. I'm very proud to say that FCDA has had a presence in India since 2005, so we have an Indian office. Dave is located in Bangalore. And Dave, now might be a good time for you to put your contact information in the chat box, please. And I would encourage any Indian company wanting to know more about us or our relationship with ESC or what we can do for you in terms of your US expansion, please feel free to reach out to Dave Malik from FCDA in Bangalore. I just want to end with one thing. Minister Mohapatra gave a really nice overview, one of the US-India relationship, especially as it pertains to trade and investment. And I'd like to inform you all that of the 200 Indian companies that he was talking about, we have 30 companies right here in Fairfax County from India operating here. And a number of people have said that these are uncertain times and it's a time for pandemic, but I will reiterate that this is as good time as any for you to think about extending and expanding not only your business relationships, but your business presence and expansion into growth markets. We believe that new opportunities have arisen as a result of the pandemic, and we're seeing an increased collaboration and cooperation between the United States and India. I would encourage you to take advantage of that. I would encourage the US companies that are here today to look more deeply into India, to take advantage of the services that companies or organizations like ESC provide, as well as the Indian companies to look a little bit more closely at the United States. It's more than just finding sales partners. This is a great place for a company to truly grow. So with that, I will end my introduction, and I don't want to take any more time away from the networking. Gurmeet, thank you once again.
Thank you so much for being very quick and hitting right at the right place. With these words, may I request you to be still remain on the dais, and we want you to first start with a brief and quick introduction by the US, and then that can be followed up by a brief and quick introduction by the Indian side. And so that in the meantime, I will again reiterate that the companies can continue doing their interaction over the chat box. And we will, you please call everyone by name, and then it will be followed by our side from the Indian side. Thank you so
Sure,
much.
Gurmeet. Yeah, happy to do that. Thank you very, very much. I am going to call on the US tech companies so that they can introduce themselves. So what I'd like you to please address is your name, the name of your company, and exactly what you're into. Please be brief so everybody gets an opportunity to come up on stage and introduce themselves. You can unmute yourself. Please turn your video on, and I will call on you by company name. We can get started with Jiva Informatics Solutions. Jiva Informatics, Harsha, are you here? Okay. If not, we will move on to Acure. Sam Ansari. All right, happy to come back to you, but how about Eighth Element AI? Eighth Element, Sai or Deepak? Trust Soft Solutions. Is Vipul here? Trust Soft Solutions. Systech
Are you
Services.
introducing ourselves?
I'm sorry, can you say that again, please?
Yeah, are you calling names for introductions?
Yes, is that you, Harsha?
Yes, I am. How are you?
Yes, please. I will reiterate. I would like the persons representing companies to introduce themselves. If possible, turn your video on. Tell us briefly what you do and what kind of expertise you're looking for. Jiva Informatics, please go ahead.
Sure. Hi, everyone. My name is Harsha Rajasimha. I'm based here in Fairfax County. I am a genomics data scientist, widely published in analyzing genome sequencing data sets, about 20 years in that space. Currently, we are working on a startup that's building decentralized clinical trial software for remote touchless electronic informed consent to recruit patients into clinical trials. We are close to a working prototype and have a number of pilot projects lined up with academic as well as industry partners. We are looking for additional partners and in India as well. We are looking to expand in India as well. So please contact me if you are interested in learning more about Jiva trials. Happy to answer any additional questions.
Yeah, and if you could put your contact information in the chat box as well, that would be much appreciated. I will call on Acure Inc. again. Not sure if they're here. Moving on to Eighth Element once again, if you want to introduce yourselves.
I think it would be nice if people are already present, you call them out rather than going by the list.
Right, it's very hard for me to scroll through the list of 50 participants to see who's here. So I'm calling on the company names. Is Systech Services Corp here? Systech Services? I know Rashmi was having some trouble with audio, so I'm not sure if that's the reason she's not able to speak. How about Canopy One Solutions?
Hello, good morning, everyone. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Ramana Mullapudi from Canopy One Solutions. Time to time, we look for some partners in solution space. We predominantly work for telecom and manufacturing and a bit of healthcare, health sciences side of the customers. And we provide a bit of solutions as well as services from both onshore and offshore. The space that is predominantly on the AI and analytics side of it. Recently, we looked for some partners where they can help us with some off-the-shelf solutions in the BI space and analytics. So I'm looking at some of the interesting names here. I will definitely look forward to connect with some of the companies. Yeah. Thanks for this opportunity, Juhi.
Thank you, Ramana. And as well as if you can put your contact information in the chat box, that would be great. Thank you. Aptus Software Labs. Suresh, you are muted. Well, I can't hear you.
Good morning, everybody from the US side, and good evening, my friends in India. I am Suresh. I represent Aptus Software. We are a 10-year-old company in India, and we recently established in February 2020 with Jui's help, right before the whole system turmoil. And I'm happy to say that we have been pretty successful during these times of crisis. And our business plan that we had prepared earlier in the year, we are running on par with that presently. And we are primarily in the cybersecurity space. We are an innovations company, and we are presently in the beta stage of our threat hunting platform. So we already have 6 selected customers who we implemented it on. And with this, we are able to provide a full-rounded cybersecurity service, which includes, threat hunting, your SOC and blue team services. And we are primarily targeting, fintechs, pharmaceutical organizations which are intellectual property heavy, so that we can secure them cyber-wise during these times of crisis. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Suresh. And yes, we are waiting for you to continue to grow here in Fairfax County. Do
Thank
we
you
have
very much.
Soft Tech Government Solutions? Vijay, you just posted your information in the chat box. Are you here?
Yes. Thank you, Juhi. Thank you very much for remembering me. It was a pleasure meeting you a couple of times in our office. I represent a company by name Software Government Solutions Incorporated, based at Weston, Fairfax County. Our head office is in Pune, and we focus mainly on government sector as well as AEC industry, that is architectural, engineering, and construction. We have started promoting our flagship product by name AutoDCR, which is very popularly used by government departments here in India. The same technology we are planning to take it in North American market. So with the interest of that, we are looking for some established local companies who are focusing towards government as well as AEC sector to provide us with sales and marketing and also implementation partner. That's what we are looking for. And I've just posted my details in the chat box, and if any company are interested, please contact us so we can discuss further. At present, I'm in Bangalore now. Thank you very much, Juhi. Thank you all.
Thank you, Vijay. Look forward to seeing you here soon again.
Yes, sure. Thank you.
And those of you who did not have an opportunity to speak up, please do put your information in the chat box. And Gurmeet, I'm sure you can share information with the participants, because we are aware that some people were unable to join. I know that there are a couple of service providers from the US as well on the call. I would encourage you as well to put your information on the chat box. However, I won't call on you for introductions, because we are focused on the tech companies that are looking for solutions to share with one another. So we do have a law firm here with us, a very good immigration law firm, and we also have someone from City National Bank. Please put your information in the chat box for the audience. Over to you, Gurmeet.
The Indian side.
Yeah, hi. Good morning. This is Ravi. We didn't get a chance. I'm in US, and we didn't get a chance to introduce ourselves.
So sorry,
Please
Ravi. Please go ahead.
Yeah.
Please.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. First of all, congratulations, you all. It is not easy to get all these things organized, especially in the time of crisis like this. Let me go back to my introduction. I'm Ravi Gupta. I've been in US for over 25 years, and I currently have my own startup in building safety and security products. We build products using AI, IoT, and AR, VR. And I also have a small presence in India, Jaipur, in Rajasthan. And I'm looking forward to hearing from all the other experts and see how we can work together. This is time to work together. I mean, this is a big pie, and everybody can be benefited. People in US of Indian origin, as well as people in India. So let's work together and let's grow together. Thank you.
Thank you, Ravi, very much. I didn't catch the name of your company.
I'm sorry, it was Intellecta Inc.
Thank you.
And we are currently located in Delaware. Thank you.
So anybody else left out from the US side, they can just unmute themselves and come forward. Otherwise, we are going to start from the Indian side. Well, Vikrant, can we start now from the Indian side?
Thank you, Gurmeet. So from the Indian side, I hope I'm audible. Am I audible?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
we can hear you.
Yeah, thank you. So from the Indian side, we would request Mr. Ramesh Makwana, AI Square, to kindly speak. Mr. Ramesh Makwana.
Hello, this is Ramesh Makwana from AI Square Global Solutions from Mumbai. We are in software development using Python. We are currently working on ERP and artificial intelligence solution, particularly natural language processing and data analytics. And we are also in engineering designs, working in oil and gas sector for using SP3D, PDS and PDMS. Apart from that, we are also in automation solutions. Thank you.
Mr. Karan, please. Karan, can you please speak?
Yeah, I'm Karan Kohli, Director, INDO Enterprises, based in Delhi. We're into data analytics, which is essentially data mining, predictive analytics, visualization, report generation, and be happy to connect with anyone. Hello. Hello.
Thank you, Mr. Karan. The next is Mr. Abhishek Bhattad from Breadsol. Abhishek, please.
Hello, everyone. Good morning to the US and to the India. Thank you for giving. I run a firm called Bradshaw. We are into intelligent automation. We provide robotic process automation as our core service, and we serve around 20 plus global customers. We are in the 8th year of our inception right now. We do have some. We are helping Fortune 500 customers. Sportswear, NBC to help in transform their digital journey. We for one human, we want to make sure the humans' brains are used at the place where they should be. Redundant job should be done by software bots. Thank you. I'll put my details in the chat.
Thank you, Abhishek. I now invite Mr. Anil Kumar Garg from Checkbox. Mr. Anil Garg.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me, please? This is Anil Garg, Director at Checkbox Technology. We are based in Noida and also having centers in Kolkata. We are a software design and development company having core strength in embedded technology. Currently, over 15 million embedded set-top boxes products are in customer homes with features like DVR streaming and IoT capabilities. We have successfully developed and delivered software solutions to small and large enterprise. Just to remind, I think that we are serving direct TV. If I think many of the people in US must be aware of the direct TV, which has been bought by AT&T. They are the largest customers for us. We are also assisting customers for software projects, providing them technology consultancy, technical resources for development, testing, and support, both offsite and onsite. We are doing this for a couple of the clients in Canada and USA. We are a service company predominantly, giving customized software application solutions, design and development, technology consultancy and software projects. We also provide technical resources both on-site and off-site. And we have an able team for software testing, QA services also. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Anil.
Yeah.
I would like to invite now Mr. Rohit Chitnis from DigiGear. Mr. Rohit, please.
Yeah, hi everyone. This is Rohit Chitnis from DigiGear. We recently registered with ESC and it's very first time of mine to represent myself and my company here. So I'm not much aware about it, but let me give you a short brief about my company. We are basically providing services in Amazon account management, especially into the US and UK clients. We are looking for the customer who wants to sell their products online and who are looking to make their presence on the amazon.com by making their own e-commerce business. We are helping to them from A to Z solution. In case they just want to sell their products, we can help them to research their products, to listing the products, and can just market their products very well. And we are managing accounts from like $100,000 to $500,000 per month on the US and UK book. I will leave my details on the chat box. So in case if anyone who is interested in the Amazon e-commerce business, please contact me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rohit. I would like to invite now Mr. Jagannathan from Future Call Technology. Mr. Jagannathan.
Yeah, thanks, Vikrant. Good morning, US Gates. Good evening, India. 19-year-old IT news about a new startup from us called Ajaya Infocell. We have launched an integrated sales and service CRM known as iSpark. It just recently launched. So this provides an integrated sales and service tracking platform. Its USPs include it's available on a cloud version as well as on-prem. We have already done a couple of on-prem implementations and is very rich in interface. We already have interface with web plugin, email, WhatsApp, SMS, and we are going to launch next release on IVR and chat and social. So this SME focus, small and medium companies, plug and play sales and service CRM software. So I would be requesting any customer inquiries as well as if anybody wants to do partnership inquiries as well. Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir. May I now invite Mr. Nigam Shah to speak out? Mr. Nigam Shah.
Hello. Good morning to all your gentlemen. This is Nigam Shah from Gateway Group of Companies. We are basically a software engineering company. We've got two headquarters, one in India, one in Netherlands. Global footprint in 16 different countries. We serve customers across automotive, transport, logistics, banking, manufacturing, retail, public sector, healthcare, publishing, and gaming side of things. But majorly from DNA, we are a software engineering side of things. Along with software engineering, we also focus on the cybersecurity side of things. And we also have our registered office in US as well. So just in case if anybody needs any kind of partnership or any kind of support, and especially in terms of software engineering side of things, mainly on automobile healthcare, will be happy to do that. I'll also mention all my details in the chat box. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Nigam. The next is Mr. Nathan from Neosoft Technologies. Mr. Nathan.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. This is Nathan from Neosoft Technologies. How are you all today?
Yeah, you are audible.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I'm basically presenting Neosoft Technologies. NeoSoft is a 23-plus-year-old software development and digital transformation organization. We are a CMMI level 5 company. We have our headquarters based out of Mumbai, and we are totally into the business of software development, digital transformation, managed services, and providing all. We are, you could say, we are one all-stop IT shop for your needs. We are a global organization with presence in US as well. In US, we are in Philadelphia and New York. Globally, we are 2,000 plus of people that we have. We are here to look out for customers who are in need of in need of any areas in software development or any IT services needs that they might be having. So we work across all the major industries across the globe. So if you have any needs, in terms of software development or blockchain, IT services, we are there for you. So some of the major things we have worked in is fintech solutions, and we also in fintech we have been working with 70 plus global. So any areas that you think you are in need, we are there for you. Definitely, you can reach me. I will ping my details in the chat box, and I look forward to connecting with you guys as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Nathan. The next is Mr. Ankit Shah. Ankit Shah from NetWeb Software. Ankit, you are not audible. Can you please unmute yourself?
Vikant, please move to next.
We can't hear you. Sorry?
Please move to next. Don't take that much time.
Okay.
Include him. We can call him again. Yeah, please.
Okay, okay. The next is Mr. Manjunath from Nitin Software. Mr. Manju or Mr. Giri, please.
Yeah, I'm Giri here. I will introduce.
Okay,
Hi, everyone. Good morning to the people who are based out of USA, and good evening to the people, fellow colleagues in India. I'm Giri representing Nichin Software Solutions, which is a 22-year-old software services company. Basically, we started our operations by delivering our solutions, customized solutions to Japan market initially. And for the last decade or so, we have been actively promoting our services to other markets, including the USA. We have our office in the USA in Houston, which is headed by Dinesh Karnik, who has also joined this call. And we are working closely with the top 10 university in California. We have a team which takes care of the development, testing, support, all these activities from our Indian office. And we have also worked for some US-based startups in the past, including speech recognition and all. And we also develop web and mobile applications extensively these days. In addition to that, we're starting from the days of VB, desktop software, client server, the web solutions, and we are also strong in industrial automation. We work for major Japanese companies like Mitsubishi Electric, even for the US, India, and their Japan operations on IoT solutions and also industrial automation solutions. And we work on Salesforce automation, Salesforce customization and administration modules. And we are also trying to work on other BI tools as well. So this is the short introduction. Please free to connect to Dinesh, who is based out of Houston. I will share the contacts in the chat later. Thank you, everybody, and have a good day and have a good evening in India. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Giri. May I now invite Mr. Sukhi Singh from Office Beacon. Sukhi Singh.
Hi, everyone. Hey, good morning to everyone based out of US, and good evening to everyone fellow participant in India. So my name is Suki, and I represent Office Beacon. So we basically a US company, California-based, and been in operation since 20 years now. We would probably service just under 5,000 customers, employing 3,000 employees, in 5 countries majority in Australia, US, Canada, India, and Philippines. Of course, we are partner with companies across many different spaces, and including engineering, manufacturing, retail, wholesale, hospitality, healthcare, real estate. The list is long, right? So we predominantly looking into partnering with companies where we can provide high quality outsourcing business services, and it's not limited just to the software development, but also the finance and accounting services, graphic design, marketing, in Amazon, eBay supports, Salesforce expert, call center solution. There are many services. I'll leave the information in the chat. From a software perspective, if I talk about, then we expertise in RPA, AI and blockchain. Those are our core expertise. Apart from this, we also assist our customer in custom software development, or setting up websites, mobile applications, and there are many other areas. We would love to hear from companies who would like to partner with us, and I'll leave the information in the chat. So I look forward to hear from you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Sukhi.
Cheers.
The next in the series is Mr. Guru from Processware. Mr. Guru.
Good evening. Thanks for the opportunity. I represent Processware Systems. We are a 30-year-old company. We have been providing software product development services to customers in the US. Be it large customers like Amoco, Phillips Petroleum, to several startups in the US. We have deep expertise in cloud computing, AI, and analytics. From a sector perspective, we have deep expertise in the SI sector and also the aerospace sector. So we are looking for partners in the US who can work with us on these sectors and technologies. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you. May I now request Ms. Ruchi Singh to kindly speak? Ms. Ruchi Singh. The next is Mr. David Raja from Sierra. Mr. David, please.
Good morning, team in the US, and good evening, team in India. I represent Sierra ODC. It's a 22-year-old software development company based out of Parameter, South India. And our building is a platinum-rated green building aggregated by US Green Building Council. And we have a flagship product called eFacility, which is a facility management software, which has about 22 odd modules. And we have modules like space management, visitor management, which is of greater importance in times of COVID, where we have brought in a lot of COVID-related features, covering social distancing, and help desk system, which can touch the help desk system. We are also specialized in warehouse management system integrated with automated storage and retrieval system. We are also into custom application development, both in terms of web and mobile app technologies. We are a Microsoft Gold certified partner for the past 15 years, and we have a team of 240 people, and we have customers all the way from the US till Australia, and we have about 20 plus Fortune 500 customers. Reliance, one of the biggest client in India, and we work with Mitsubishi Electric in the US. And we are looking for partners in the US who are willing to promote our product eFacility. I have already put my information in the chat box. If you're interested, please do get in touch. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. David. The next in the series is Mr. Puneet Thakkar from Shivami Cloud Services Private Limited. Mr. Puneet Thakkar.
Good evening, India, and good morning, America. My name is Puneet Thakkar. I am from Shivami Cloud Services. We are Google Cloud's largest partner in India, and of late we have been serving many customers from US as well. So I am looking to partner with companies who are serving the end customers in USA, where we could help them with the Google Cloud technology solutions. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you, Puneet ji. Now I invite Mr. Rakesh Krishnan from Skynish. Mr. Rakesh, please.
Skyniche. So Skyniche is an Indian multi-corporation that provides IT services, including digital internet business solutions, consulting, and e-commerce. We have 80% of customers from USA and 20% rest of the world. So we are looking for partners in USA who has custom software requirement like a product development or a custom software strength of the company. And also we have a solution which is cannabis compliant software. So I'm looking for someone in USA who can collaborate and work on that too. Thank you.
Thank you, Rakesh. And the last is Mr. Eunice Tons from Tons Technologies. Mr. Eunice, please. Mr. Eunice. Anyway, two participants were left from the Indian side. The one is Ms. Ruchi Singh. Madam, would you like to speak?
Yes, sir, I would like to speak.
Yeah, please, ma'am.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you are audible. Please go ahead.
Okay. Greetings to everyone. I'm Ruchi Singh, CEO, RU Technologies and RU Project Consulting. We are an ISO 9001-2015 certified company, a Dell partners, and we have products and services both. So the list of products, we have a cloud-based ERP system. We also have AI-based smart face lock. It's a smart door solution. Besides that, we also have online hotel booking solution. Along with that, another product which we have is restaurant menu order solution. It's an Android-based solution. On the services side, we are serving web development, web design, and innovative solutions for customized clients. We are also serving mobile apps and iOS apps. Besides that, we are open for any new thing coming to us, as our strategic location is based in Indore and we have all sorts of reasonable manpower available. We also have clientele around the world in USA, in Japan, Africa, and Middle East. So we would like to invite partners for our products marketing in USA and services for outsourcing work. Thank you and have a good time.
Thank you, madam.
I wish everyone a safe and healthy time ahead as it is a COVID time. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Ankit, you are the only one left today. Would you like to address?
Sure. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Good. Thank you, and good morning and good evening to everyone. It's great to see the IT fraternity from US and India get together here. So let me quickly introduce myself. I'm Ankit Shah, Vice President of Business Development at NetWeb Software. We are a 22-year-old company based in having offices in USA, India, and UK, and clients across the world. Our expertise is software product development from concept to reality, and not just bespoke custom applications. And we have developed high-end business enterprise applications across different industry verticals, including healthcare, intelligent traffic and transport, manufacturing, e-commerce, and we've done that on the web, the cloud, as well as the mobile. We have a very strong capability around AI-based business solutions and RPA solutions. And we have developed our own IP, our own products. One of them is an AI-based sentiment analysis product called Senzit. And the other is Cubicle, a workspace management product, which we have recently enhanced to enable COVID compliant seating at offices. So that's in a nutshell what we do. And we'd be happy to connect with everyone, either in the US or in India, to explore any synergies of working together. Thank you again, and stay safe, everyone, and take care. Thank you.
Thank you, Ankit. Mr. Gurmeet, now we are over with the Indian list, so you may take over now.
Vikrantji, I'm sorry to disturb. This is Nitesh from Hiteshi. I think you missed.
Okay, yeah, please carry on.
Thank you, Gurmeet. Thank you. Hello, everyone. This is Nitesh from Hiteshi Infotech India. We are basically like a custom software and web application development company. We work on mobile as well as web application development. We are 14 years old company around, and like we work on different domains, health sector, IoT based, AI and all. We would like to serve anyone who wants our services with these domains and anything which required is custom development. I'm putting my details over the chat window as well. Thank you very much. Thank you, Gurmeet. Thank you, Vikrantji.
Yeah, thank you, Nitesh. Yeah. Anybody else left? They can come forward, unmute themselves, and they can introduce themselves before we close the session today. No one. Okay, good. With these words, it's a time to close today's session. And it's a pleasure to formally propose a vote of thanks to everyone, our stakeholders, partners, for making today's event a very successful one. As Mr. Sanjeev Rudra rightly mentioned, the need to be innovative and focus on new technologies in the IT sector. Sandeep ji also invited everyone to join India in its journey to be the world famous in electronics, to replicate its success story in IT in the electronic sector as well. So Nalin Kohli ji also briefed us about the incubation program of the council to support Indian MSMEs looking to expand their reach in the US marketplace and also in the UK marketplace, which provides almost 90% of the funding by the government of India. And Dr. Mohapatra acknowledging the IT sector as enabler for all the sectors playing an. Sir, you rightly mentioned that MSME sector plays an important role, and thanks for sharing immense opportunities for the Indian MSMEs to explore in this important market. And last but not the least, thank you so much, Juhi, for supporting us, the council's initiative today. And as you rightly said, that even it's not a difficult times or a challenging times. We all agree with you that even the present times offer immense opportunities for all. Events like this will cause a long-term behavior change, and new normal will emerge in some spaces, which will create opportunities for the industry to create and capture value. As Sir Winston Churchill also agrees with you, Joey, who said that never lets a good crisis go waste. So it's a time that's inspired by that. That was the session today we organized, and we look forward to replicate more of such interactions between the two countries, between the two industries, so that although there is a travel restrictions or a movement restrictions, I think thanks to IT sector, which is enabling us to connect still with each other and continuing our journey with more closer cooperation and enhanced trade between the two countries. With these words, thank you so much everyone for joining us. I'm sorry if somebody left out. We'll be sharing everyone the chat box text with over your mail, so that you can get the contact of all the participants and continue this networking of your emails, your LinkedIn profiles, and so on through the social media. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we look forward to your continuous participation. Just before we conclude, let me tell, Electronics and Computer Software Export Promotion Council is a Government of India sponsored organization and also is a registering authority for the Indian electronics and IT companies in India under the foreign trade policy of the Government of India. And it's a privilege and to invite all of our US companies to register their Indian operations with the council so that you can also be a beneficiary of all the schemes that are being implemented by the council, which includes participation in major international IT exhibitions, virtual meets, and so on. So you are also invited to join us anytime. We will share our connect details with you. Thank you so much again joining this evening. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Gurmeet. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
And thank you so much
Thank
for
you so much.
organizing this event. Thank you.
Everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks for being here. Thank you, everyone.
And healthy.
Thank you.
Thank you, Guru. Thank you, Vikramji.